Okay, well, now we go to the second video, second part or part two of my explanation. Now we can go to your book on page 125. If the first video I talk about using it to talk about the times and also about the preposition of time, but here we will talk about this using it also using it to talk about the weather. All right, when you talk about the weather, you will use it as well. All right, we will use it to talk about the weather. It about the weather. All right, so directly I will go to the example here. It's sunny day. Sunny is a weather. Sunny day like today. All right, outside is sunny day, and then hot and humid today, and then a nice day. So when you want to talk about the weather, my students, so please you only need to use it to express the weather. I repeat again, I erase over here. Alright, when you talk about the weather, and then you should use it, you must use it to express the weather. Alright, for example, it's sunny day, clear checklist. It's hot and humid today, checklist. And then it's nice day today. So is it clear? So clear, I believe that when you want to talk about the weather in your speaking or writings, or you want to make a structure for this one, you have to use it. All right, use it when they talk about the weather. It. All right, right. It's sunny. It's sunny in Medan, for example. It's sunny in Medan today. All right. It's sunny in Medan now. So yes, maybe for example like this. All right. It is sunny in Medan now. Yes, for example like that. So when you want to talk about the times, you use it. You want to talk about when you want to talk about the weather, use it. Time it, the weather it. You means that I mean that to express that. So this one already, this one already, this one already. Some of the example by using it talk about the weather. Next, well, so it means that this expression can be mentioned when someone asks you about the weather. For example, this one, what's the weather like in Istanbul in January? Oh, you can answer, oh, it's sunny in January, or it's hot and humid in January, something like that. Or what's the weather like in Medan in March? You can answer that it's hot or it's sunny in January in Medan. Okay, people commonly ask about the weather by saying what's the weather like? What's the weather like? All right, what's the weather like? I repeat again, people commonly ask about the weather by saying what's the weather like, or how's the weather? All right, how's the weather outside? I'm still in the office now. How is the weather outside? For example, like that. All right. So this kind of question can be used to ask about the weather. When you want to ask about the weather, you can use these two types of expression or question expression, like what's the weather like and what's the weather in Moscow in the summer here. So what's the weather like and how's the weather? There's two expressions that you can use to ask about the weather. All right, so I will repeat again. When you will talk about time, okay, you will use it. Okay, this one use it. All right, use it. This one use it. We talk about the time, but you want to talk about the weather. The weather here also you must use it as well. So clear, yeah? Weather and the time you use it. Weather and the time you use it. Clear. All right. Now I erase this one. Clear for page this one. All right. This one page 125. Also later I will give you some example for this one. some exercise for this one in the quiz. I need you to answer by C or LMS online. Okay, this one only the explanation. Alright, now we can move to the next page. Okay, now we talk about there is or there plus be. Okay, so what page? It should be on page 129. Please check your book, my students. 129. So if you think that it's not clear the video or the pictures over here, please open your book so you have the double sources in my video and also in your book. All right. So I have this one. All right, we have there be. All right, there plus be. It can be, for this one we use is and are. Is and are for this one. So what's the meaning of there is for in Indonesia? Jadi, so many people, so many students make wrong, like there is the function of some words, they make it ada is have, like have a book on my table. That's wrong. Have is mempunyai, not ada. Because we are Medan people, we say that ada is mempunyai. Saya ada uang, so you said ada is mempunyai. If berada atau terdapat, not have. Okay, that's wrong. So when you say have book in my bag, sir, that's wrong. You have to say there is a book in my bag, like that. So you must use there plus be. So the function of this one is it become terdapat, okay, or ada, like that. Terdapat or ada, okay, or terdapat or ada. Ada buku di atas meja. Di sana ada buku di atas meja, or ada apple di atas meja, right? Terdapat apple di atas meja, so ada or terdapat, something like that. Okay, so we go to the example here. Just remember there plus be. So number one, so we have there is a bird. We will use to be is jika dia singular, jika nounnya singular. Okay, there is a bird in the tree. So there plus is plus subject. Subjeknya di sini a bird. A bird, if the subject is kind of the singular noun, you must use is for singular noun. I repeat again. Is plus singular noun. Is hanya digunakan untuk singular noun. Apa itu singular noun? Benda yang hanya satu atau tunggal. Like this, a bird only one, jadi pakai is. Ada seekor burung di pohon. We will say there is a bird in the tree. Terdapat seekor burung di pohon. We said there is a bird. So ada seekor burung di pohon, like that. Because it's only one, the bird is only one, so we use is. Jadi is untuk benda yang tunggal, untuk jika subjeknya tunggal di sini. Jika are sangat gampang. Jika this one plural. If there is a plural, we use a plural noun, we use are. Okay, atau jamak jika bendanya lebih dari satu, more than one. Okay, is for singular, are for plural. Clear? Contohnya, ada seekor burung di pohon. Yes, just answer this. There is a bird in the tree. Yang kedua, ada 4 ekor burung di pohon, sir. There are 4 birds in the tree. Gitu. Okay. What about if ada 5 ekor burung? 5 birds. 5 birds. Okay, I whispered something wrong here. So it should be, what about 5 birds? So 5 birds. Okay. I'll make it first. Alright. Okay, welcome back here. Okay, so it should be like this. Okay, 5 birds. Yes, what about 5 birds, sir? Yes, you can make it this one to be, because 5 birds we use are. Yes, 5 birds. So 5 birds we use are. Why? Because 5 birds is plural noun. So we can say there are 5 birds in the tree. like that. Jika bendanya cuma satu, the subject is plural, we use are. If the subject is singular, we use is. Clear? Is for singular, are for plural. Alright? So, in some ways, also we will use the contraction for this one. So, there is, we can use theirs. And there are, we use there. There are, something like that. There is, there are, something like that. There is a bird in the tree. There are 4 birds in the tree. Just the same. This one only use contraction or not. So this one about there be and there plus be or there is or there are, like that. So what about if this one simple past? That change. Is become was. Jika dia menyatakan sesuatu di masa lampau sudah terjadi. Was for singular. Were, this one were for plural. Alright. Ini untuk simple past. Alright, back again over here. If simple past, alright. If simple past, you use was or were for the to be. If simple past. Alright, if simple past will be used was, we will use was or were. Something like that, my student. Alright, so this one about there plus be, is it clear? Is for singular, are for plural. Is singular, bendanya cuma satu. Are jika subjeknya dia cuma satu. Is cuma satu. Kalau dia are jika subjeknya atau this one plural noun, lebih dari satu plural, kita pakai are. Okay, so you just focus to the subjects that you will mention in your sentences in writing or speaking. And you use the contraction, this one, when you talk about the contraction, you can say there is or there are. Both of them you can use. Okay, now we go to the next part. I will go to the next. So about this exercise, about this, you will mention, I will mention later in your LMS quiz. So now we go to the next part, my students. So yes. Okay. Okay, this one only the simple part by using there plus be for the question. So, is there any juice in the refrigerator? Are there any eggs in the refrigerator? Yes. So this one is the question for there plus be format or there plus be expression. So if for example like ada jus enggak di kulkas kamu? You will say that is there any juice in the refrigerator? Ada telur enggak di kulkas kamu? Are there any eggs in the refrigerator? So, kenapa ini any juice pakai is? Because jika dia adalah if that is uncountable nouns for the subject, kamu tetap pakai is. Alright? Because we mentioned that one as a singular. So we use is. Because this one eggs can be counted, bisa dihitung, kita pakai are, makanya x-nya plus else, berarti ini beberapa telur gitu. Okay, so are there any eggs in the refrigerator? The answer is MR, is NR for the question. Kita bisa jawab, we can answer by using short answer yes atau no. Is there any juice in the refrigerator? Yes, there is. Atau no, there isn't. Atau this one, are there any eggs in the refrigerator? Yes, there are. No, there aren't. Something like that. So it means that this one something that you have to understand. I tell you again, dia pakai is karena tidak bisa dihitung jusnya atau jika the subject for this one is singular. Okay, singular. Jika dia singular atau uncountable, tidak bisa dihitung, kita pakai is for the this one for the question. We use are, kita pakai are jika if the subject plural more than one, like that. Okay, you got it? Okay, and then the answer you will use the short answer. You can use your short answer. Yes, there is. No, there isn't. Or yes, there are. No, there aren't. Something like that. So this one, the point of this one. All right, you can see clearly in your books as well. Okay, so after you watch this explanation from sir, you can check the handout in our LMS, and also you can see your book at home on page 130. Okay, now we go to the last part. The last part for this grammar part one. Okay, all right. So we have this one, uh, just the same. This one on page 133, my student. All right. This one will be the last materials for today. So there plus B. Okay, this one will be there plus B. Asking question with how many. Ada berapa banyak? Alright. Ada berapa banyak chapter gitu. Contohnya di sini. Ada berapa banyak chapters yang ada di buku ini gitu. Ada berapa banyak provinsi yang ada di Kanada? How many chapters are there in this book? And how many provinces are there in Canada? Alright. So, and then how many words do you use? No, it should be wrong. It should be how many words do you use? The noun that follows how many is plural. Alright. So when you say that, when you use how many, my student, saya ulangi lagi, jika kamu menggunakan kata how many, okay, subjeknya harus plural karena dia berarti bendanya bisa dihitung begitu. Because when you use how many, it means this one is countable. This one it means that countable, bisa dihitung. Contohnya apa saja countable? Ada books, apple, pencil, people, countable, or another things that you can count them. Okay, books, cars, motorcycle, women, children, child, kids, and students. You can count it. So, saya ingatkan sekali lagi, please remember that we use how many harus ketemu dengan countable subject, and then it should be plural. Okay, should be plural. Makanya di sini ditulis how many chapters pakai S, how many provinces pakai S, dan semuanya pakai to be are. Begitu, and pakai there. Jadi kalau kamu mau tanya berapa banyak chapter yang ada di buku grammar ini ya, we can translate to be English. How many chapters are there in this grammar book? Like that. The answer 16. Jawaban singkatnya, jawaban panjangnya the long answer. There are 16 chapters in this book. Like that. Kemudian number 2, how many provinces are there in Canada? Berapa banyak provinsi yang ada di Kanada? So there here you said you translate to be ada, terdapat. Yang terdapat di Kanada 10 provinces. Jawaban panjangnya there are 10 provinces in Canada, like that. Jadi kamu tidak boleh menggunakan you may not use this one. You mustn't use how many word do you see, because kamu sudah pakai many, it should be plus as begitu. Alright. Do you understand? I repeat again. How many hanya digunakan untuk subjek yang plural dan juga countable, bisa dihitung. Jangan lupa tambahkan s jika if you want to make the question. Alright, so how many chapters are there in this book? How many provinces are there in Canada? Saya coba contoh ya. Berapa banyak buku yang ada di tasmu? We can make it this. Berapa banyak? How many? Yes, how many books? Booksnya plus S or not? Yes, we should plus S. How many books? Because many berarti banyak dan dia countable. So, how many books? Don't forget plus S. How many books? To be apa books? Pakai are. We use are. How many books are? Maybe you can say in your bag. Gitu, boleh ya. In your bag, I will type here, I will write over here. In your bag, the answer, there are 7 books, or there are 5 books, or there are 10 books, like this. I repeat again. So, this one another example. This one example, one example, and then the fourth one from us. How many books are there-nya lupa. We forget we put this. Are there? Okay, don't forget to make this one. Are there? All right. How many books are there in your bag? Like that. I repeat again. How many books are there in your bag? The answer should be, first of all, you want to make it a simple or short answer. You will say that 6 books, or there are 6 books in my bag. Just the same. Short answer and long answer just the same. All right. So this one is about our explanation for today. You can see your book. I will erase first. You can see your book, and then you can watch my explanation from this video. And also, if this video in LMS not clear for you, you can. I will send you the link from YouTube. Okay. So I will repeat again. I will review from page 121 until 133 for today. All right. So where's that? We go there. Okay, so we have using talk about the time. We talk about the time, and then we talk about preposition of time, my student, and we talk about this, about talk about the weather by using it as well, and also we have discussed about the weather, right, already, and then we use there plus be, is, are, or was, and were for simple past for there is, and there are, there was, there were on page 120. 9, and the last one we have there plus be, yes or no question. I have explained as well, and then no, oh well, we have the last one again. All right, the very last one we have there plus be, asking question by using how many. So I believe that the lesson for today is enough for you. Please, you watch this video. If you have any question, please WhatsApp me in our group. And also, if you want to add your number in our group, please tell me directly there. Ask your parent to mention your name, to mention your phone number. I will add you in our group to make you easy to answer. And also, dan juga please open your book at home to make you easier to understand the lesson. Alright, so open your LMS, open your book, open your WhatsApp, and also do the quiz, and then attend the class at 5 until 7 for today. Thank you very much for my students. Alright, so please be safe at home, and then keep doing good at home. Please open our online learning. Thank you very much. Good afternoon.